Hello. So I think I mentioned in my last video that I had bought a Brightin Star, which is the little pancake lens, to go on my ski trip this year. The idea being to turn my Leica M11 into a bit of a pocket camera that can go in the pocket of my ski jacket pocket. In the pocket of my ski jacket. So I thought, having bought it, it was a good opportunity to do a little test video on it. So I've got a short video for you today, walking along the embankment to Westminster, shooting with the Brightin Star. Pretty interesting walk, and came across some Iranian protesters, so pretty topical. Got chatting to one of them, which you'll see. And yeah, took the opportunity to test this unbelievably tiny lens. Don't know if the zoom's going to pick up on it there, but you can see it is really small. And when I put it onto my M11, I mean, that is amazing. So yeah, enjoy the video, and then afterwards I'll also dive into Lightroom and just show you a few of the flaws with this lens. I think given the price, I think it was about 230, 240 quid, and the obvious advantages in how light it is. Pretty impressed with it, but clearly far from perfect. However, it is beautifully made. I think it's made of bronze, and it's already starting to wear a little bit. I don't know if you can see along here. Already starting to look brilliant. So I actually think really pleased with this purchase, and looks fantastic on the M11. So yeah, enjoy the video. Look out for me chatting to some Iranian protesters, and I'll see you at the end for a dive into Lightroom to have a look at some of the quality of the pictures. So I left the office as usual and walked up to Bank Junction to see what pictures I could get on the first sunny day, what felt like forever. I think this day was just halfway through February, when it had been raining in London, I think every day this year so far. So this was really exciting for me to test out the Brightin Star. Made my way along Cheapside, saw a few interesting snaps, people out enjoying the sun for the first time in ages, so lovely to see. My first impressions of the lens were actually really good. Pretty pleasantly surprised. You know, it is incredibly flat, as I showed you, and you know, considerably cheaper than a lot of the lenses I'll normally put on this camera. And I was having some great fun enjoying the city. I was so disappointed in this shot. I'd seen the cyclist coming down the street right on the left-hand side of the road, and it looked like he was going to go straight through that bit of light, but swerved to the right at the last minute and stayed in the shadow, so thought I'd include it anyway as an example of a missed opportunity.
Chase the sunshine.
honestly the most fun I'd had doing street photography for ages. It's amazing what a bit of sun and a bit of nice weather can do to the mood. Just walking along the embankment with a camera, taking pictures of anything that interested me. It was fantastic, and the lens was incredible. I can't wait to show you guys some of the results in Lightroom later, and show you the quality you can get from this relatively inexpensive lens that literally makes the M11 into pretty much a pocket camera. It's fantastic. It was nice to see here some people enjoying the new platform outside space area that's been created by the Tideway Tunnel project, the super sewer in London. It's a really nice spot and gives you a lovely view of the London Eye. And I'm actually really, really pleased with this photograph. And that one, as a matter of fact. So I'm just making it up towards Parliament Square, getting some final photographs in, and thinking I'm just going to go straight onto the tube and back home. But when I got here, I saw quite a lot of activity. Saw this guy first and thought, okay, that's a good shot. But then as I walked towards the square, I saw a whole lot of Iranian flags. So I decided to go and have a little nose around about what was going on.
Wow, that's an impressive camera.
Sorry?
That's an impressive camera. That is, I think that's quite old, isn't it? How are you doing?
What's going on here?
Well, we're against the Islamic Republic.
Do you mind if I take some pictures?
No, take it away.
And are you Iranian?
Yes. Yeah.
How long have you been here?
I've been here for 50 years. I left before the revolution.
Well, good luck to you.
I couldn't go back afterwards.
I bet.
Ray, if you've got...
So I know that this was meant to be a video about the Brightin Star, and it is, and I'll get back to that later on in the video. I did think to do this justice, I wanted my 75 Apo Summicron. It was a relatively new lens at the time anyway, and I just felt that in order to do the scene justice, I wanted the best lens I had on me. So I'm afraid I did commit the cardinal sin of switching out lenses. So after getting lots of photographs that I was really pleased with, very much more exciting day than I was expecting it to be, I decided it was actually time to head home and pick my daughter up from nursery. So I got a couple of final snaps heading back into the station and got home safely. I'll see you in Lightroom to go through some of the Brightin Star images. Right, so I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. It was probably my favorite video I've made so far, just for the pure enjoyment of it. The sun was shining, and then seeing the exciting protesters at the end was brilliant. Anyway, back to the Brightin Star. I was going to show you probably two separate images to show quite how well the lens can perform. This is actually taken from my recent ski trip, on which there will be a new video, but I thought it really showcased quite how good it can be in perfect conditions. This is lots and lots of light, fully shut down and focused to infinity. You can see on the right, I had a lot of, you can see on the picture on the right, which is the original, lots of horrible spots from my sensor. I've got rid of these over here, as you can see. I just wanted to give this as an example of what you can do with this lens under the right conditions. So here's another picture just to show you how the lens can perform. I think in my edited image here on the left, there's not a lot of obvious errors in it. You can see a little bit of lens flare here, but to be honest, considering how small the lens is and how cheap the lens is and how directly into the sun I was shooting, that's not too bad, really. You can see if you go to the original version on the right, you can start to see these famous out of focus areas on the corner that don't seem to really fit into the fall off with the rest of the image. You can watch any other reviews or proper reviews, if you like, of this lens on YouTube or elsewhere. They all discuss these corners in detail, and it is just a quirk of this lens. I think if you put it onto the M11 and you then edit or crop the image, you can get around it. And to be honest, it's something that can be kind of artistic and quite nice. And if you don't like it, it's very easy on a sensor like on the M11 just to crop inside it, and you get still very sharp, very nice images like these. As usual, I'll put the ones I've shown you, a few more I took when my cam stopped recording for a second, as well as all the ones from the main video on my website in there, and there'll be a link below. Thanks very much.